They've always had the gift.
I can actually see spirit, which would include loved ones, spirit guides.
And now they're going to share it.
I know you're nervous, and it's okay.
Next Jenny Jones is an hour that will astonish you.
This is who your son's seeing. It's your brother.
Shock you.
This is really amazing because this is exactly what happened.
And even make you believe.
I'm thinking about transferring schools, and I wanted to know if I'd be happier at another place.
Depends on the guy.
Next, Jenny Jones.
This is a groundbreaking show for us today, and one that we know from overwhelming viewer response that you'll be excited to watch. Just a few weeks ago, we asked our viewers if they wanted to contact the spirits of loved ones who have passed away. We got thousands of phone calls, and today, with the help of a psychic medium and a psychic, we're going to look for answers to some emotional and possibly difficult questions for our guests.
I put my hand here. Who was shot? Okay, because I'm putting my hand here and I feel a bullet come through me. There was more than one person involved in the shooting. Who died of cancer or heart attack?
My mother died of cancer and my father died of a heart
Okay,
attack.
because your dad stands here with you. And there's someone here with him with cancer, so this must be your mother, and someone with a heart attack. Who took their teeth out and used to clash their teeth together, make kind of a funny face, would take their dentures out?
My grandfather.
Okay, and he would clack his teeth together and kind of make these very funny faces with his lips. He stands here with us also. She did not know this was coming. It happened unexpectedly. This was somebody that she knew. Okay, and there was like a relationship or something romantic, because why she wasn't prepared is because she didn't expect this person to do this to her.
This is really amazing because I know your story, and this is exactly what happened to her. Now, you may see 1-900 psychic hotlines and be a little skeptical about predictions and spirits, and so were we, frankly, but the two gifted guests that we have here today made a powerful, moving demonstration of their abilities for us. Before they came here, we asked them to sit with complete strangers whom they had never met before, and their accuracy in predicting these traumatic events and details of those strangers' lives was remarkable. I think you're going to be amazed. First, let me introduce Tana. He's a psychic medium who is able to communicate with the dead. He says he can actually see spirits around certain people. Beside Tana is Judy Hoffman. She is a psychic who says she can predict events or visualize situations that have or will occur in someone's life. I am so excited about this show. Tana, let me start with you. How do you actually do this? You just like start talking to somebody and looking at someone and you just see something?
I don't hold any objects or really look at anything. I can actually see spirit, which would include loved ones, spirit guides, or guardian angels.
You see them where, like behind somebody?
Behind you, around you, as clearly as I see you sitting there, and they talk to me. And that's where the word medium comes from. It means to be a medium between the spirit world and the earth plane. So I also answer, I can talk to people who have died, but also answer questions about your future. But the difference is that spirit talks to me, and I give you the answer.
And Judy, you are essentially a psychic then.
I'm a psychic.
And so you can see, you have made predictions?
I consider myself audio clairvoyant, which most of the time it means I hear something and then I speak. But I also believe in a version of the spirit world, and I consider the area out there the board of directors. So I believe that I get the information from some outside other channel that everybody has an access to, but for some reason I became tuned into.
We have a lot of guests today, and obviously I can't give a lot of information away when introducing today's guests. I can say that my first guests, Laura and Ashley, lost a loved one years ago, and they believe that person is still in their home because they occasionally see and even smell that person's presence. Please welcome Laura and Ashley.
What I'd like you to do before we start is I'd just like you to allow yourself to relax and be as open as possible. I know you're nervous, and it's okay. I would ask that you just give me yes or no responses, or that you just give me affirmation as we go along. Not much feedback if you can. If I want any feedback or need any, then I'll ask you for it. And just allow yourself to just relax and be comfortable, okay? First thing I want to tell you before we start here, and this is a good sign, when people have a reading, I usually ask them to ask the person to come through a few days before the session, and that usually brings more success, and you must have done that because there's a guardian angel behind you, which are called presenter guides. And what a presenter guide does is they actually are here to bring through or to help connection or have contact with somebody on the other side. So there's a presenter angel that stands here, and she gives me the name of Mary. So evidently, no, you wouldn't know an angel. She's their angels are from the heavenly realms, and they've never had a human form. But she's come here to kind of bridge the gap, or open the door, so to speak, for this to be possible. As she stands here, the first thing that I want to tell you, okay, there's a male presence that stands here right behind you. She goes like this, who stands here. He stands a little close to you, and then he moves over here to you, okay? He kind of puts his hand on both of your shoulders. So he must have a connection between the both of you. Do you follow this? Okay. One of the things that he's telling me, or he's giving me right away, who died in like a car accident, or a suicide, or some unexpected form of passing? It's like he passed very suddenly. It's like he didn't get to say goodbye to everybody that he wanted to. And he's come here today to say his goodbyes.
Mark.
Okay. Is this who you were hoping to contact today? Okay. He wants you to carry a message to let them know. And I believe this is either his parents, or it might be a wife or a girlfriend, but he wants them to know that he's okay, that he didn't suffer. Please carry that message, okay? There's another male that stands here behind you also, so now there's two males, and another one that comes in. Who died of cancer or heart attack?
Tana. My mother died of cancer and my father died of a heart
Okay,
attack.
because your dad stands here with you, and there's someone here with him with cancer, so this must be your mother, and someone with a heart attack. Who's the J connection with one of them? This could the J or G could be their name, could be someone.
My father's name is George.
Okay, he's touching in to let us know that he's here. He's talking about who was terrible at math. He makes a joke about being bad at math. Who was terrible at math?
All of us.
Okay, when he makes a reference or a joke about math, who took their teeth out and used to clash their teeth together, make kind of a funny face, would take their dentures out?
My grandfather.
Okay, and he
did.
would clack his teeth together and kind of make these very funny faces with his lips. He stands here with us also. So he comes in and he's kind of laughing a little bit. I get a feeling of kind of a jokester with this gentleman, okay? What I want to tell you is they send a lot of love to you. Your father must have had some breathing difficulties or problems at the time of his passing, because he says he can breathe better now. He says, I can breathe better. He suffered before he died, or what we would have thought was suffering, but he's at peace now. And he wants you to know his mother, your mother comes in and she's with him. She's also okay. So they're here together. What was going on at the time of his passing? There was some kind of either family crisis or something going on at the time of his passing.
We weren't talking.
Yeah, and he says, it's okay. He forgives you, and he wants you to know not to feel guilty about it. His big message for being here today is to tell you, you don't need to feel guilty. And you have a picture or something of his that you're talking to? Because he says he hears you talk to him. So either you're talking to him out loud or you're talking to a picture or something. But he says he hears you and that he loves you. And the message I'm supposed to tell you is not to feel guilty.
Thank you.
Okay? This argument was something kind of petty, or looking back, it seems like it was petty.
It was.
But no one knew it was going to pass at the time that he did.
He died very fast.
Yeah.
And
Excuse me, Mark. Mark was your ex-boyfriend, is that right?
yeah,
And how did he die?
he overdosed.
Yeah, there was like a
overdosed.
suicide or something
Yeah,
quick
he overdosed.
with him. And there were questions whether
But
this
it
was a
was-
suicide or intentional.
Yeah.
Okay. It wasn't. Yeah, it was not a suicide. It was an overdose. It was
was an
accidental. Yeah, but there were people, because he's telling me people thought maybe it might have been a suicide or wondered if it was. There was that kind of going around. It was accidental.
I always
And-
knew it was.
Yeah. So he
Actually,
wants you to know.
you feel like your grandma visits you, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, her presence is going to be around you a lot. You might find yourself waking up early in the mornings.
I do.
Okay.
A lot.
What
like
happens
it.
is she tells me that she comes in to watch around you.
She
And it's normal
does.
for loved ones to watch us.
I know
You
she
will
does.
feel and sense her presence. You
I
might
can
smell
see
her
her.
perfume
Yes,
or
I
something
do,
like this,
all
because
the
she talks
time.
about her perfume. Okay.
Chanel
And that's her
number
way.
5.
What are the little hankies that she shows me? The little cotton colored hankies.
I have them.
You have them?
Yeah.
Because she wants to know who's got her hankies. She
I
loved these hankies.
I framed the tablecloth, but I haven't framed those yet.
Okay, well, she wants them to stay with you. And she's referencing or talking about
That's
those
pretty
hankies.
amazing. That is really amazing. Do you feel like you got what you wanted today? You got...
I wanted to talk to my mother, but I didn't think my father would come through.
You got your father coming through, your ex-boyfriend came through, and your mom is at peace.
Sometimes we have no control, but it's just nice to know
Okay.
that they're
All right,
here.
thank you so much. Why don't you come down?
Good luck to you, sweetheart.
How often does this happen so accurately for you?
It's kind of like Spirit talks to me. To me, it's like a conversation. It's like if you would stand behind my shoulder and tell me things about a person, and like they couldn't see you behind a curtain or something, and I'm just repeating to them what I'm hearing. How strong someone comes through sometimes will affect. I always will get something. Something will always come through.
When we come back, Tana and Judy will continue as we talk to more guests, hoping to contact relatives who've passed away. And later in the show, we'll speak to a family who believes that the spirits of dead individuals are still living in their home. They say there are abnormal cold spots all over the house, even paranormal activity like chairs and kitchen items moving on their own. Stay tuned.
Well, when he said the letter G, that my father's name is George, I tried to get home, but he died before I could. And so I never got to say I was sorry.
When you sat down, some guy comes just barging right into the reading here. I put my hand here. Who was shot?
If you're just joining us, we're talking to psychic medium Tana Hoy and psychic Judy Hoffman. Our next guest, Elizabeth and Sheila, are sisters, and they've told us a loved one died tragically right in front of their eyes, but they believe this person's spirit is still in their home. Apparently, Elizabeth's one-year-old boy points to where he says he can actually see this dead person. Tana, I'll let you take it from here.
Thank you. Hi there. How you doing? First, I have to say, when you sat down, some guy comes just barging right into the reading here, and this is somebody that's used to having their way and speaking their mind and being heard and said things in some very uncertain terms. There's a male stands right here. He puts his hand. He stands over with you. Is this your like a boyfriend or brother or something?
A brother.
Okay. Well, stands here with you. I put my hand here. Who was shot?
My brother.
Okay, because I'm putting my hand here and I feel a bullet come through me. There's something here with him about being shot. There was more than one person involved in the shooting.
It was.
Okay? He wants me to tell you, it is him, number one, it is him. Do you hear doors or something moving or closing or sounds? You're hearing sounds? Because he wants me to tell you that's him trying to get your attention. He's slamming some doors or something in the house trying to get your attention. Are you feeling someone sit on the bed?
Sometimes.
Okay, that's him there watching over you, letting you know that you're there.
Is this the person that her son is seeing, Tana? Her son
This is who your son's seeing. It's your brother. Let me tell you, he was in person. He made an appearance when he walked in the room.
Yeah.
And in spirit, he's the same way. He makes quite an appearance. It's like he just came right in here. He had to make himself known.
Excuse me, can you tell us what happened, Elizabeth, to your brother?
My sister was giving a family party for my brother and her husband. And at the time, some guys came in with guns, and they was looking for somebody else, and they wasn't there. And so my sister talked them into going out of the house, and my mother was outside.
Is this lady with you over here?
Yeah.
Who's that?
That's my mother.
That's your mom. They were coming after your mom?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
my oldest brother, the one that's dead, he took the attention off of her and put it on himself. And as he was going back in the house, that's when they started shooting the house up.
He wants you to know that he's okay and that he sends his love. He wants more so. There's some kind of jewelry, like a necklace or a ring or a bracelet, that he's talking about here, okay? And he says that's something you can hold on and hold dear to your heart, because he wants you, he's talking about that. That meant a lot to him, by the way. That was one of his favorite things that he would wear. Kind of a flashy person, okay? That's what I mean by the presence in the room. I want you to know he's okay. Something he says, he's saying thank you for the roses, or some reference to roses.
we go visit his grave, and we always put, bring roses or something.
He says thank you for the. He makes a joke like you buy them for me when I'm dead, but you never did when I was alive. So he's thanking you for the roses, okay? And he wants me to just tell you that he's okay. He does come around. He visits you, and you're starting to hear him. You're gonna, if you'll open up more, he'll make himself to you too.
Tana, is it possible when someone dies in such a violent way that they really can be at peace?
Yeah, it is. Sometimes when people pass, they're confused, and when it's sudden like that, they don't know that they've passed, so there's some confusion. That's where we see what people call ghost. It's the person doesn't realize they've died yet, and they're still trying to make their presence known. They have a hard time going toward the light. He realizes that he's passed simply because he did live for a little bit before he passed. If it had been a sudden shooting, sudden death, there could have been confusion. I see that a lot with suicides, people who have been murdered suddenly or killed in car accidents.
Why would he be coming then to her son?
He's wanting to talk to somebody.
But the son's the one that sees him.
The son's the one that sees him.
What does he do when he sees him?
He talks to him all the time. He know his name.
Yeah.
He'll call him Bam. I mean,
His name was Bam, and your son talks to him.
Yeah, he talks to him all the time. We can be sitting on the bed, and he can be looking up, talking to him. And I be, who you talking to? He say, Uncle Bam. He say all the time.
Absolutely.
Do you feel like your questions were answered? Seems like they were.
He says to tell your mother she's got to put it at rest because she's had a really hard time moving on with this. And he wants your mom to know he loves her, okay? And he misses her cooking. Something about her cooking. But he liked to eat, didn't he? Yeah, he says, I miss her cooking.
Thank you, Tana, very, very much.
Thank you.
But you wanted...
Thank you. Let me give it a hug. Oh, good luck to you, darling. Keep talking to him, okay?
Then we're looking for Debbie and Crystal, is that right? If you'll take a seat up there, I'll introduce you to our audience. They are Debbie and her daughter, Crystal, who want to know why someone very close to them died so violently. Was that enough information for you to start with?
You can say whatever you like. That's not a problem. How you ladies doing? Nice to meet you, Tana. Hi, how are you? Good to meet you. First thing I want to tell you that there's a man that stands here, comes in right away. It's almost like one of my guides are standing here helping him in. It's almost like he's a little afraid to come forward here. And I don't feel that the fear is anything connected with anything that he did, but the fear is more connected with for you and for your being able to handle his presence, okay? I have a question to ask you. There's a male person that's coming through here with me, okay? Was there a knife or something involved in their passing? Who died with you? A knife, gun, some kind of weapon?
My sister with a gun.
Was this a suicide?
It is your sister, though. It is your sister that you were looking to contact.
Yeah. Something about a suicide or something about an accident or something about something with a weapon that she comes in. She did not know this was coming.
She didn't.
She didn't. It happened unexpectedly. It just kind of happened. It's almost like it was from behind, because she stands here and she puts her hand back here and she says, they came behind me. There was no way for her to be able to really duck or protect herself. That's why I was getting confused seeing a suicide, because I was seeing a gun to the head, but it was behind her, and that was what was confusing me.
She was shot in the back of the head.
Okay.
She was shot in the back of the head.
She was shot in the back of the head.
This was somebody that she knew. Okay, and there was like a relationship or something romantic, because why she wasn't prepared is because she didn't expect this person to do this to her.
This is really amazing, because I know your story, and this is exactly what happened to her.
So she says that she wasn't, there was no need to protect herself. It was in her own, it was in her own environment. Okay? And why are the fear of coming in here, in the reading or coming in here, she just wants everyone to know that, was someone blaming her or making comments like, oh, she should have gotten away from him a long time ago? That was hurtful.
There's been some cruel things said, yeah.
And they've been said to the family members. And it was very insensitive.
A lot of people.
Yeah, and it's almost like in some ways they're blaming her when she had nothing to do with it, but their comments are very blaming towards her. Do you follow this?
Right.
That's why she just wants you to know, she hopes that you don't blame her. And I think now she knows that you don't. But she sends her love to you. She wants you to know she wasn't ready to go. That's the only way I can say it.
This was the guy that she was seeing for a short time?
Yes, very short time.
Was he convicted?
He was convicted of first-degree murder. He's in prison for life with no parole.
He's in prison with no parole
no
now,
possibility
but he
of
still
parole.
denies.
He denies it.
Well, this gentleman, I don't know if you know. I'm sorry. I don't know if you know this or not, but he had been in a relationship before, where he had been abusive to somebody, physically abusive. Are you aware of this?
No, they had no prior record, but they
No,
said...
he might not have been
No,
reported.
he was.
Said
He was.
that-
Yes, he did.
I'm not saying he was arrested,
Yes, you're correct.
but he was abused, because
Yes, he
she's
was.
telling me he abused someone
Yes,
that he
he
was
did.
physically, that he was in a relationship with.
Yes, he did.
So she never turned him in, but that's a separate story. He was a very abusive. This was a loose cannon who did this, and I'm sorry she ever got involved with him.
She left behind 5 children.
I know.
And they want to know.
That's why I say that she wasn't ready
Do
to
they?
go yet.
Does she know? They talk to her every night.
Yeah, and I encourage them to talk to her. Just because we die, our physical body dies, but our spirit continues on. So continue to talk to them, and you'll start to be more aware of their presence. Definitely encourage the children to do
No,
this.
I have a question. During her trial, I wasn't able to be there, and doors were slamming shut. I'd be laying in my bed, doors were slamming shut, lights were turning on. I just didn't know, was that her?
That's her making her presence known, yes. Someone was covering up for this guy. I don't know who it was.
Was there somebody else involved or just
No,
him?
but someone was trying to cover up for him.
His
So,
wife.
yeah,
And
there
my
was someone trying
parents
to cover
want
up
to
for
know
her.
just that she's at peace.
She is at peace. She's
She
definitely
is okay?
at peace. Yes. And I see like a white daisy or some kind of pink flower.
Roses. She loved roses.
Oh, were they pink roses that she liked?
She like
Red
pink,
roses.
pink and purple were
Yeah,
her
'cause
favorite colors.
I'm seeing pink. She keeps showing me something pink. So
Pink and
that's just
purple
her
are her favorite
affirmation to
colors.
let you know she's here and that she's at peace. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good luck. Good luck. Keep talking to her. I love ice cream. Good luck to you. Okay.
Let's
Bye.
take a break, and when we come back, is it possible for someone to feel the spirits of dead people that they didn't know? Well, we tried to document hauntings and spiritual sightings on videotape. It was quite a challenge, and the videotape is pretty remarkable.
It's rainy, it's creepy. This place has been abandoned for 30 years. We're going to see what we can find in this place.
If you believe in ghosts, where else in the world would you expect to find them if not inside of a 170-year-old abandoned prison?
What's that? Where is it? No! Getting out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's go.
He's got to be the center of attention. He was always like that. So when Tana said it's a guy barging in and he's like ready to talk right now, oh, we knew that was him. When Tana mentioned the necklace, he hit it like right on the money.
I'm thinking about transferring schools, and I wanted to know if I should.
Depends on the guy.
Is that the reason? Besides channeling spirits, we're also talking about hauntings, places where people really believe paranormal activity is happening. Now, we sent a few staff members to several places that we researched and are considered to be haunted. They spent a night in the 170-year-old abandoned Philadelphia State Penitentiary, and with them were 2 paranormal investigators who actually look into hauntings for a living. Here's what happened.
Hey, this is Mike. We're here at the Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia. It's rainy. It's creepy. This place has been abandoned for 30 years. We're going to see what we can find in this place. I'm pretty scared right now, and I think you will be too. Now, this is the main center of the place, and if you look around us, you'll see that every spot, everywhere around you, these are all cells.
If you believe in ghosts, where else in the world would you expect to find them if not inside of a 170-year-old abandoned prison?
All right, I'm here with Tom and Steve McNichols. They are from the Offices of Paranormal Investigation in Chicago, and they're here with us to help us out today. This is cell block 12, like I said before.
2 years ago, a paranormal investigator named Lou Gerald was doing an investigation in cell block 12. And on the 3rd floor, just past the bridge, he was in a cell and was thrown up against the wall. 4 years ago, our locksmith said that he was visited by a ghost in cell block 4. And at the time, he was trying to pick a padlock that was put on the door in the 1830s and was bricked up inside of this wall. And we broke down the wall and re-exposed the lock. Gary was trying to pick it one night at about sunset and says that he was visited by a very violent, very unpleasant ghost.
I'm shaking. I don't know. I really don't want to do it. So I'm gonna do it.
It is a lost world, left almost the way it was the day that the last inmates left.
be in there.
The last cell block added to the complex of buildings is cell block 15, and it always had the nickname Death Row because that's where they housed the inmates who were awaiting execution.
The next task I'm going to try to do is I'm going to go into death row, and I'm going to attempt to lay down on the bed, one of the beds in death row, and see how long I can do it. Lay on this little bed right now.
Thousands of people died. People were serving life sentences here, and they don't get to leave until they're dead.
Get the hell out of here. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Once they gave up solitary confinement as a optimistic reform method, they started using it as a punishment.
We're going to go into isolation chamber right now.
Who's that? Where's...
Oh! Getting out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Seriously. I don't know if it's the eyes tricking me or what, but man, I swear, like I felt or saw something in there.
It really begins to play on your mind, and whether you believe in ghosts or not, everyone gets spooked out by that building sooner or later.
When we come back, how would you like to wake up in the middle of the night several times a month to see a ghostly figure leaning over your husband, pulling the breath from his mouth? Well, you'll meet a woman who says she's been living that nightmare for 4 years when we come back. Our next two guests, Carol and her son Derek, moved into a house 4 years ago and realized immediately that it was haunted. Carol says she's woken up to visions of fireballs flying across the room, sudden drops in temperature all over the house, chairs moving on their own. This is not an old house, right?
No.
The house is like 4 years old.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea why this is happening?
No.
What's the thing with you waking up and seeing like a figure standing over your husband? Taking his breath away?
Yeah, I'll just wake up in the middle of the night and I'll see like this dark figure looking over him, almost like a Dick Tracy hat on. And my husband, when he wakes up in the morning, he's very drained, very tired. And he's like, the ghost came back. And I go, I know, I saw it.
You've seen like a pioneer woman?
Yes, messing with our Christmas tree one year. I woke up in the middle of the night, and I believe it was Christmas Eve because the Christmas tree lights were actually on. And I looked out, and here's this pioneer woman, like, messing with a bulb or had her hand around the bulb, and, yeah.
Chairs moving, Derek?
Yeah, I was sleeping. All of a sudden, I woke up, and I look over, and the chair was away from the bed because it's usually at the bunk bed. And all of a sudden, like, it was leaning back, and it looked like a man just leaning back watching me.
Let's show you a little home video of their house. Take a look at this.
I have a sister-in-law who's psychic who actually said that 3 desperados were menacing with us. I feel like something's watching me and like something is outside the window in this bathroom right here. I've heard the shower curtain open once before. Something looking over me while I clean it and do my house duties. And I really felt weird, like something was peering over my shoulder. Where this couch is, closest to where the Christmas tree is, you get cold feelings like somebody actually sits down next to it.
Now, the tape looked, I mean, I didn't see anything on the tape. Did you feel anything, Judy, when you were watching that?
I feel there's a family with you. There are at least 3 or 4 of them. They were with you at the house before this house. They've come with you. I had the idea perhaps they had been with your husband since he was in high school. And the time frame that you're depicting from, you know, the pioneer era, I believe that they've all come together and they're reasonably friendly, and there may be no reason aside from just a little bit of an annoyance that you have to put up with or explaining that you may have to do to your friends, that these are perfectly friendly ghosts.
An annoyance, though, kitchen cabinets opening and closing, I would be like out the door in like 2 seconds.
I had the idea it was another little boy who was looking for a snack or trying to indicate that there was something in there that interested him. But this isn't, they didn't come from the house. It's not striking me as a burial ground that you built on. There's no disaster here. It's a family who chose not to pass over and is protecting you in some ways.
Except for the guy with the hat leaning over your husband. That doesn't sound like a friendly...
I had the idea he was a detective, that he literally worked in some way in law enforcement or was protecting them.
That's the kind of feeling I got, like he was checking out my husband. And then when he noticed I was looking at him, one time he came around the other side and actually looked at me, and I got really scared because then I was like, go away. He stayed with him.
Exactly.
So you have any it seems like your questions were answered. You don't seem afraid of it. You know that it's friendly people. Thank you, Carol and Derek, very much. When we come back, psychic medium Tana Hoy and psychic Judy Hoffman will give some audience members a chance to ask questions. Well, we're back and giving our audience a chance to either ask questions or just see if anything comes through. We have some special audience members here that we're hoping to contact some deceased family, and it's I know it's these 4 people right here and also these 4 people right here, but Tana said you would just kind of see wherever you feel something. If it's not one of them, then that's okay too. There's quite a few people that are hoping you might pick something up.
I have the feeling there's a woman, an older woman you guys wanted to talk to, who... I'm speaking to you specifically.
Anybody here looking for an older one? Is that you?
Was it your mom or is it a grandmother?
Mother.
And you were, I hope I can say this in front of the others, you're connected to your favored. And am I right?
Favorite?
She would always say we're all her favorite.
You all created equal. I had the feeling that you had a little bit of something extra special.
I was the baby.
And something to do with tap shoes was coming to me when I was looking at you a moment ago. Can you tell me about that?
My grandfather had a house which my aunt ran a tap studio or a dance studio out of. So when we were little, we would go there and take tap lessons, and I took tap.
And how are they connected to your mom? Because it's through your
mom.
Well,
it's my father's. It's my mother's father's house, and actually in a month we're going to this house.
I get the idea that your mom being on the other side is almost this joyous feeling is coming through me right now, that it was time, she has contact with you, you can have dreams about her, and that when you're in the tap studio, I want you to put out, as if you and I are talking right now, put it out to her that you say hello and you're going to get something back from her. Very open to receiving and giving with you.
Do you have contact with
her? Dreams. You know,
There'll be more.
The big thing is that we're going to this house in a month to clear out all of her stuff out of
She is going to be so strong at this house tap studio, and it's going to happen that she's as clear as we're speaking now.
Tana, do you feel anything?
Did she have cancer?
Yes.
Okay, because she's telling me, she's standing behind you actually, I see her here, kind of a round face, but she tells me cancer, okay? What are these earrings? What are the earrings she's talking about?
These?
Something with earrings.
She passed me on earrings.
Yeah, she wants you to have those earrings. Have you got them on now?
I lost one, actually.
Okay, you're going to find it. Because she talks about the earrings, how she wants to acknowledge the earrings. She talks about the cancer. She's fine. She had a lot of pain before she passed, and she wants everyone to know she's okay now. She's not suffering anymore. What was with her knee or her leg?
We get blood clots.
Yeah, because she's touching on her legs. She says, my legs feel so much better.
Okay. You all right? Wow. Tana? Anything else you're picking up at all from... Yes, Judy?
I'm feeling on this guy over here that big stuff in the music industry for you at some point.
What? This guy? Really? Are you a rapper or anything?
Yeah, I am.
Huh? Did he perform before the show or anything? Oh, you were here. You were back in the green room. She had no idea. You're a rapper.
Yeah.
What's your name?
I'm Jay Storm.
Really? Was he good? Huh? Was he good?
Jay, I live in New York. I think you're going to be in New York within the next couple of months signing a major contract. We should have lunch.
Will you rap for us at the end of the show? Okay. Okay. We had a couple of prediction questions. Did you have a prediction question? Yeah.
I was just wondering if I'm going to graduate in a couple years from college, if I'm going to be successful.
Media business or something with internet, is going to become more interesting to you in the next couple of years.
Media, did you say media?
Media, internet, something with technology.
How much do you think I'm going to be making?
Got to do dollar amount. Is that what you're studying?
No, but, you know, that's
What's your major?
criminal justice. I want to be a judge.
Yeah.
But
Did you
yeah,
change?
But, hey, if that brings me money, I'll go there.
Did you change degrees? Did you change at one time? You were in something else and then changed?
No, I've always been in criminal justice.
Okay, there might be a change. Yeah, there's going to be a switch for you.
I am switching schools. I'm transferring next year.
Well,
so.
okay, there's a switch, but you might get out and be disillusioned by your work and go into something else. There's 2 degrees for you.
Thank you.
We'll be back in a moment with more audience questions. This lady right here, the blonde lady with the pigtails, is it your husband you're looking to contact?
My husband and my daughter died in the last 3 years. And I want to know if they're together and if they're with us.
When I was coming into the studio, I noticed you. I was actually telling my friend that there was a woman, and I described you to her, that there was a message for. So it's kind of interesting to me that you're here for that today. I want to tell you first thing, what's the cowboy boot thing with your husband?
He wore them sometimes.
Yeah, I was talking about some cowboy boots, and I don't know, I feel like this is connected with him, that he would dress sometimes, and it's like he didn't look in the mirror sometimes before he went out. People be kind of embarrassed by his dress.
Yeah.
Do you understand this?
Yeah, sort of.
Because he makes a joke about his dress and things. He didn't have a great fashion sense. Very good person. This is a jeans T-shirt kind of guy. A very, very gentle soul. I'm not sure how he passed, but I do feel he wasn't ready to go when he did. There was almost like he's showing me a sadness in his eyes before his passing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Were you married a long time?
I was married to him for 42 years.
There was a sadness in his eyes when he passed. He wasn't ready to go. Whose birthday or anniversary just passed or is coming up?
His birthday comes in August. Our anniversary was in November.
Yeah, he's saying happy anniversary.
Oh, that's
happy
great.
anniversary to you.
And I strangely keep getting something about a book or a cookbook that he had some attachment to that was left with further information or photographs that may have been passed down from his mother.
We have a lot of those.
You
Were the
really?
cookbooks from his mother?
Not books, but photographs.
There's one that's in his mother's, a very special book that was passed by his mom. There's a photograph that he wants you to see, and it has also possibly to do with the letter R, another person around him.
Sometimes you might think of it afterwards, too. Huh? Did you?
His mother's name is Ruth.
It's her book. It's somewhere in your home, and it has a sepia-colored, one of those old black and white photographs that's going to give you information that he really was here today through Ruth.
Great.
She's the R.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anybody want a prediction before we take a break? A prediction from Judy? Huh? What do you want to find out?
I just wanted to know if I'm thinking about transferring schools, and I wanted to know if I should, if I'd be happier at another place.
Depends on the guy.
Is that the reason? Yeah,
I always
think
say
it is.
don't make your decision based
Well,
on the man.
I
but
know
it's-
that that's like the catalyst of thinking about the school, but
I wouldn't do it for him. I think if you really want to be at the other school, go ahead and be there. If you do it based on believing it's going to turn into more between you and he, it might actually backfire.
okay.
Who cheated? Who cheated?
Oh, actually, there's no cheating.
Well, who had the affair? Did you have an affair?
No.
Someone's not coming clean about
No.
an affair or a kiss or something.
No, I don't. There's nothing.
Bring him back. We'll give him a lie detector test, okay?
Just hold on to that.
I want to thank all of our guests today, and of course, psychic medium Tana Hoy and psychic Judy Hoffman. If you were a skeptic before this show, I'm sure you're feeling differently. That what they did today, I thought, was just amazing. Just amazing. You can find out how to contact Tana and Judy on our website at jennyjones.com. While you're there, let us hear from you on any supernatural happenings that you've had in your life. And also, if you want more information on the haunted prison we visited, we have some extra unaired footage on our website, or you can go to easternstate.org and go on a virtual tour. And now, to close our show, the future star, according to Judy, here's Jay Storm, everybody.
Yeah, AFA crew, yo, lost dialects, what, check it, yo, I'm a menace when I rock the microphone, accident prone, chillin', kicking this freestyle with Jenny Jones, I'm in the zone, controlling Chicago like Al Capone, I'll leave you shaking and wider than Macaulay Culkin and Home Alone, philosophical minds with the questions and answers, leave girls' booty shaking harder than Soul Train. Doesn't matter. When rappers talk about Rolex and Benz, I talk about what my time makes the work. I ain't having no wins. I know I'm going to be famous, but it's hard to stay calm when the only group of you have is my own mom. My dream is to win a couple of Grammys and walk on stage with Britney Spears and for Lopez and Brandy. I won't be getting no play, so they just be eye candy. So dang, what, yo? But I always flow artistically. So who the illest be? Jay is too hot. Ain't nobody better than me. Flame on, I keep it hot when it's time to knock and girls to jock. I talk Foxy about the hot spot, so don't you step up. You got the muscle to touch you. What? Thank you.